Kaha dasa raghunata patita pavan kaha mora bhata juga kaha kavira Eka kale kota gela gora natara Pashane kuti bhamatha Annale pashibo pashe Annale pashibo Gauranga gunera nidhi Kotha gele pabo Gagunera nidhi Kotha gele pamo Se sabba sangira sange Jai koilo vilas Se sangana paya kande Narottama Dasa Sangana paya kande Narottama Dasa Se sangana paya kande Narottama Dasa Se sangana paya Ke anila premadhana Karuna prachur Nila prema dana Karuna prachur Hey na Prabhu kotha Gela acharya thakur Gela acharya thakur We can show the translation. He who brought the treasure of divine love and who was filled with compassion and mercy, where has such a personality as Srinivas Acharya gone? Where are my Swarup Damodar and Rupa Goswami? Where is Sanatan? Where is Raghunath Das, the savior of the fallen? Where are my Raghunath Bhatta and Gopal Bhatta? And where is Krishnadas Kaviraj? Where did Lord Gauranga, the great dancer, suddenly go? I will smash my head against the rock and enter into the fire. Where will I find Lord Gauranga, the reservoir of all wonderful qualities? Being unable to obtain the association of Lord Gauranga, accompanied by all of these devotees in whose association he performed his pastimes, Narottama Dasa simply weeps. So this song was written by our Narottama Dasa Thakur at a point in his life when he went to Vrindavan to get the association of the Goswamis, the 6 Goswamis whose names are all mentioned here, as well as Krishnadas Kaviraj and Srinivas Acharya. But unfortunately, he arrives in Vrindavan and they're all left this world. And so he's bereft of their association. He's spent his life serving their mission, serving their instructions, their Vapuh, preaching and converting fallen souls to Krishna consciousness. And he goes to Vrindavan to get their association, their company again, and they're gone. All gone. Everybody's gone. No association. So the attitude that he has is, they're all gone, I'll just bash my head against the rocks and burn myself up in fire. That's how intense he was feeling separation from these acharyas. He was so dependent on them, so surrendered, so completely immersed in their thought, but they were all gone. And so he laments. So this was towards the beginning of he was younger at this time, but still he stayed in Vrindavan and preached in other places, and this is the example of the attitude that a disciple has towards his guru. And today is, of course, the divine disappearance of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. So, fortunately, I was one to get a little association, but all of you should be weeping oceans of tears, having never gotten his association, because that period of time when Prabhupada was here was most special and empowering. It was special. And this is the attitude of the disciple towards his guru. When the guru leaves, whether it's a Siksha guru, Diksha guru, he feels his life is without worth because everything the disciple has obtained spiritually is because of the mercy of the Guru and Krishna. Right? Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bandon Moy Savadama Asha Jahara Prasade Bhai Bhava Toriyai Krishna Prapti. So the Guru, he gives us over to Krishna. When the Guru is pleased, he gives us over to Krishna. He recommends us to Krishna. So that's why it's so important to take the instructions of the spiritual master. Krishna consciousness is not something to be taken lightly. It is the ultimate goal of life. What Srila Prabhupada is representing still and has represented through the disciplic succession, the Guru Parampara, is the most significant, the most detailed, the most scientific, the most the deepest spiritual knowledge of the relationship, the sambandha, the relationship of God and the living entity and the material world, and finally his release to the spiritual world. So Prabhupada gave us this gift So when he left us in 1977, it was like, where do we go now? Where do we turn now? Everyone was in complete lamentation and bewilderment. Our master has gone. We will beat our heads against the rocks. We will throw ourselves into the fire, cast ourselves into the fire because our master is gone. So it was great lamentation to see Prabhupada go. It's not a happy thing. There are videos you can watch of Prabhupada leaving, lying on his bed at the last few days, still translating the Bhagavatam for us. Someone is holding the microphone over his mouth, and Pradyumna is reading the verses from the 10th canto, and Prabhupada is translating them and giving the purports while he's lying on his deathbed. So such a great Acharya. We see Prabhupada like that. That's the greatest Acharya, the Jagadguru. Sometimes that term is used loosely and people call so many gurus Jagadguru. But what does it mean? Jagadguru means someone who is powerful enough to deliver the entire universe. And that was Prabhupada. Someone of that caliber, that they're able to deliver the entire universe. Like we know the story of Vasudeva Datta. He prayed to the Lord that you keep me here in the material world and just deliver all of the living entities. I'll stay here and suffer for their sins. That was his attitude. So Prabhupada also was so compassionate and so concerned for the welfare of all beings. And we, as his disciples and grand disciples and followers, feel great separation on this day, that he is no longer here to guide us. But somehow we're carrying on, we're going on with his mission, and he is empowering us and giving us intelligence, guidance. I just read today on someone sent me an little email, and Prabhupada is saying, I never feel that I am separated from my spiritual master. I always feel that he is watching me and is within my heart guiding me. So that's another side of it, where you feel the guru, one's guru is still with you, guiding you through his instructions, and that he's seeing you. But the other side of it is there is separation, of course. There is still separation. And then further beyond that, we know that Prabhupada is somewhere else preaching. There's that poem by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he reasons ill who thinks that Vaishnavas die while thou art still in sound. For, how does it go? For, while thou art still living, the Vaishnav lives and still spreads the holy name around. Yeah, the poetry is a little nicer than yeah. So he's always living, spreading the holy name around, whether in this world or another world. And so this song, Jaya Nilo Premadana, expresses the deep separation when the guru, the acharya, leaves this world. And so we should feel this today, because this separation is another purification. It makes us feel very deeply the need, the want and the need, the desire, the longing, the thirsting to have his guidance, to be with him through his Vani, Vani, instruction. The Vapuh, the form is temporary, but the Vani is eternal. And Prabhupada also said in the introduction of the Krishna book that again I'm forgetting how it's exactly said, but the Guru never passes away, he never dies, and those who are his followers live with him through his instructions. So we live with Prabhupada through his instructions. That's how we maintain our life, through his instructions. So we'll sing Sri Guru Charana Padma. Boy, Kuranath is really late, huh? The Kuranath is really late. Maybe traffic. Okay. Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Vandan Mui Savadhama Mate Jahada Prasadehi Bhai Hey Bhavatari Ajai Krishna Prapti Hoi Jaha Hoi Te Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Jite Te Kari Aikya Arna Kori Hamane Asha Kori Hamane Sri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Jai Prasade Pure Sarva Asha Jai Prasade Pure Sarva Asha Sade Pure Sarva Chakudan Dilo Jai Janme Janme Prabhu Se Chakudan Dilo Jai Janme Janme Prabhu Se Divya Gyan Hriday Prokashito Divya Gyan Hriday Prokashito Prokashito Prema Bhakti Jahoite Avidya Vinashayate Prema Bhakti Jahoite Avidya Vinashayate Dede gai jahada charito. Dede gai jahada charito. Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adhama Jannada Bandhu. Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adhama Jannada Bandhu. Karuna Sindhu Adhama Jannada Lokanata Lokeda Jivana. Lokanath Lokeda Jivana. Aha Prabhu Korodoya De Hamode Padachaya. Aha Prabhu Korodoya De Hamode Padachaya. Ebeya Shagushuk Tribhuvana. Ebeya Shagushuk Tribhuvana. Aha Prabhu Korodoya De Hamode Padachaya. Ah Prabhu Korodoya De Hamore Padachaya. Dui Pade Laila Charana. Prabhupan Patita Pavana. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. We have translation. The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow down to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. Our only wish is to have our consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens our darkened eyes and fills our heart with transcendental knowledge. He is our Lord, birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates, by him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, friend of the poor, Lord and the master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Another wonderful song by Narottama Dasa. It's actually, there's an extended version of this song. It's much longer, but this is the important part that Prabhupada selected for us to sing. And again, it expresses the essence of the relationship of the disciple and the guru. And this relationship is one of service, really. The essential part of the relationship of the disciple with the guru is one of service. Because ultimately we are all servants of Krishna. Yes. So we learn how to render service to Krishna through the Guru. He is what we I don't hear it that often anymore in lectures, but Prabhupada used to say, and we used to use these words, the transparent via media. The Guru is the transparent via media. That means by serving the Guru, we are actually, he is transparently offering the service to Krishna. The service is not for him necessarily. He's not accepting the service because, oh, I'm the spiritual master, I'm so great, and therefore I deserve to be served. That's not the mentality of the Guru. The Guru is offering the service of the disciple to Krishna so that the disciple can advance in his love of God. And this is a point I would like to make, that it's a kind of a tangent in a way, but it's related, that Yasya Devi Parabhaktir Tata Deve Tata Guru Tasyaite Katita Hyarta Prakashante Mahatmana. To those who have implicit faith in the Guru and in Krishna, all the imports of the Vedas are revealed. So, by serving the Guru, what is our objective? Of course, we want to please him, we love him, we want to serve him. He's our Lord and Master. As the song that we're singing, he opens our darkened eyes, he fills our hearts with transcendental knowledge. He's our Lord, birth after birth. Not even just this birth. We're ready to serve him birth after birth wherever he goes. But what is the objective is he wants to offer us to Krishna. He wants us to develop our love for Krishna also. So the relationship is two. The relationship is with the Guru as the guide, as the teacher, the spiritual master, the transparent via media, the link. But the second is to Krishna, that he wants us to connect to Krishna with love in one of the relationships of rasa, the four primary relationships of rasa. There are five, but one, Shanta rasa, is not necessarily considered a rasa, but the other rasas of service, parental affection, friendly love, and conjugal love. So our esteemed Akrurnath Prabhu is here. Yes, well, you have to sit next to me, and then I'll sit at your feet in a minute. Oh, no. So I'll finish up, and then, okay, the point that I was making. So the Guru's mission is that everyone should develop their Krishna prema, their love for God. And it is through the spiritual master who is as good as God. Sakshad Hari Tvaina Samasta Shastrir Uktas Tata Bhavyata Eva Sarabhi Kintu Prabhurya Priya Eva Tasya Go Vande Guru Sri Charanan. He's as good as God because he's God's representative. So, but he wants us to learn to love God also. So it is the path is to develop love for the Guru and love for Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and prema bhakti, and to go back to the spiritual world, to be with Krishna, serving him in our particular relationship. And the Guru guides us along the way. Sometimes it's the Diksha Guru, sometimes the Siksha Guru, but the Guru is one. So these are just siddhantas about the Guru, but they're always nice to mention on the appearance day or the disappearance day of the Acharya, the spiritual master, just to remind us of what our purpose is and what we're trying to do, and to stay fixed, to stay determined with full resolve. These are days for recommitting our vows and our dedication, increasing more and more. So that is an important part of this day, the disappearance day of Srila Prabhupada. That even though he's no longer here, he is present in his books, his instructions, his disciples, his murti, his temples, in all these different ways. He is still here. And as we advance more and more, we can appreciate that presence and take advantage of it. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Haribol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Stay. Rapo. I wanted to ask you, Sananda Prabhu, where were you when you heard that Prabhupada had passed away?
Yeah, I was in St. Louis. I was part of the traveling Sankirtan party, Radha Damodar, very famous preaching, book distribution, festival program. We had 5 or 6 converted Greyhound buses that traveled all over the country, only with brahmacharis. So towards the end of that program, for some reason, I don't remember, it was coming to a close, and I was in St. Louis with Tripurari Swami and many other devotees. And I was in the kitchen at that moment, or I think I was in the kitchen at that moment, or not at that moment, but I was in the kitchen cooking, and we all knew that Prabhupada could disappear at any moment, that it could, we're just waiting for that phone call. Sorry. So there was a big kirtan in the temple room. I remember I was there, and we were chanting, and then Tripurari Swami came down, and we could tell from the look in his face that Prabhupada had left. That's how I heard.
I heard also. Yeah. I was in Vancouver. By the way, I was in the St. Louis temple until early '77, I think. So I used to clean that same kitchen all the time, with Narottama Dasa and some of the other cooks there.
And where were you at that time, Prabhupada?
I was in Vancouver, and I was sweeping the floor in the temple and on the stairs in the old 16th Street and Granville Temple before they bought that Marine Drive property in Vancouver, British Columbia. And I also, Bahudak, the temple president, was in the office, and he got a phone call, and somehow, I don't know how, I knew that that's what he was hearing on the phone call, maybe just by his mood or something, even though I wasn't hearing what was on the other line. And I started chanting Jai Prabhupada, and when he got off the phone, he just completely burst into tears and ran into the temple room and fell down in front of Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa-san and was sobbing very loudly. And it was very, we would get regular, there was always reports of what Srila Prabhupada was doing, even though we were serving from a distance, and he was traveling around the world, and then he was in Vrindavan for this time, a long time. He was going to come to another tour, and he got to England, and then he had some health problems, and they told him he had to go back. And then he decided he would stay in Vrindavan at least, unless he got strong enough to be over this crisis. And But we would always be hearing, like the tape ministry would be coming out with tapes. Every week we would get new tapes to listen to while we did our service. If we, if we're out on book distribution, we couldn't, but we would hear those tapes in the car on the way back sometimes or whatever. But when I was doing kitchen service in St. Louis, certainly we were always hearing new things that Srila Prabhupada would do that would always surprise and enliven us. It was something very special that, that he was physically present. And we had so much hope that, he would be able to guide us. I mean, one thing that I'm sure that Sunanda would agree with me is he left us with he transmitted to us a sense of this sort of inevitable purpose that his mission was really not just to have a nice temple where people could come and worship Krishna and chant Hare Krishna, but it was really to conquer the world with this Lord Chaitanya Sankirtan movement, that it was going to be, something that everybody would be able to get involved with, that people would love chanting and leaders would take it up and be serious about it. They would be reading these books. This wasn't just from Prabhupada. His spiritual master, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, had spoken on these subjects, that this wasn't just, Bhaktivinoda Thakur didn't just accept Lord Chaitanya because he was, from Bengal. He actually studied all the different religions and philosophies of the world, and then he concluded that, Lord Chaitanya was the, the actual perfect golden avatar, most merciful avatar for the age. And this was, Srila Prabhupada had inherited this mission from Bhaktisiddhanta. Srila Prabhupada had many godbrothers who had nice temples and lots of people coming and having festivals and getting initiated and doing all kinds of things. But Srila Prabhupada's guru had told him to go preach in the Western world, and his Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master had told him, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had very much that in mind, that he spent money to send disciples to England, and he really had in mind that we were going to spread Krishna consciousness everywhere and make it, like I said, a dominant spiritual cultural force in the world. And that's the mission that Srila Prabhupada left us with. And he, even though it would seem to a rational person almost like when Prabhupada was asking Sumarti Morarji to send him on one of her ships, she was thinking, old man, you're going to die there. What are you doing? This idea that he was going to go, and he was saying, no, I'm going to make many temples, and I'm going to have many disciples, Western disciples, and so forth. And people would think that that's shooting for the impossible, but it wasn't just some kind of reckless spirit, some kind of quixotic idea that I can be grandiose and have these. It was a realization, deep realization, that with Krishna anything is possible, that Lord Chaitanya wants this, that the previous acharyas are saying this, and Srila Prabhupada understood this. I mean, he understood how to actually give bhakti to people where you would least expect it. And he charged us with that mission, and that's the mission that we have to continue passing on through generations of devotees. That ISKCON is not just meant to be one of many different temples that you might choose to go to or something, but it's these books, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar of Devotion, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Bhagavad Gita as it is, that is a Vaishnava interpretation, not a Mayavadi interpretation. These are, this is essential for us to transmit. So I don't know where I got off on that, but but that we were getting that inspiration from Srila Prabhupada, and then we were concerned. Actually, Srila Prabhupada told us that if we doubled book distribution, he wouldn't leave. He would live for another 100 years, he said. Right? Remember?
Yes.
And we believed that. I mean, I did. I was, an 18-year-old brahmachari, and I was out distributing books and thinking, yeah, we got to just keep distributing these books more and more. And because what will we do if Prabhupada left? I mean, really, what would we do? Who would know how to do anything? We didn't have they say in sport, like in sports, a team has a deep bench. They have all these, really good stars, and if somebody gets an injury or something like that, they can have another really good quarterback. But Prabhupada was our only, quarterback. He was our only star, really, or that's the way we felt. Could we live up to the mission he gave us? And it was very difficult. In the decades that passed after he passed away, we had to struggle with our immaturity and our, not understanding of how to do everything and things like that. But like Sunanda said, the importance on the disappearance day is to remember that he's present in his books and his service and his mission, and just when we remember him, his personality, and everything about him, his drive. He was a very vigorous, bold preacher, as was his spiritual master. And his spiritual master liked that. And he encouraged that. He had many disciples, but he promoted those who could get things done, right? He liked results. I mean, yes, Krishna consciousness, it's an internal thing. It's a change of heart. But Srila Prabhupada never liked the idea of a disciple going and sitting down at Radhakund and chanting 64 or 100 rounds a day or whatever. That wasn't his mission. He didn't encourage his disciples to do that. And rather, he didn't even think that they could be successful at that kind of approach. He wanted us to work really hard to spread Lord Chaitanya's mission, and he assured us that Lord Chaitanya would recognize that work. That, it wasn't just that, we were doing something busily without any purpose or something, but we were actually doing something. I mean, of course, we're worshiping the deity, cooking for the deity, chanting our rounds, prescribed number of rounds, at least 16 minimum rounds. But we were meant to distribute books, and sometimes I hear devotees losing faith, like, oh, we've distributed so many books, and where are all the devotees and stuff? Well, there are devotees, and every one of us has been touched by his books, and this was his. In fact, he gave us this instruction. He said that I'm blindly following. My spiritual master told me to print books, and I'm blindly following. Of course, he wasn't blind about anything, but he wanted us to accept that. Don't lose faith in this book distribution. That this is the most effective way of actually accomplishing our purpose. Of course, everything else has to go on, but that sympathy to the Harinam Sankirtan and the book distribution is something that Srila Prabhupada wanted to leave us with. All of his disciples know that. He emphasized that, and I think he wants us to emphasize that going forward. That's why I'm so happy to be here in the Association of Vaisheshika Das, who is, really so important. And Tripurari Swami was the incarnation of book distribution. He was going around to these airports. St. Louis had an airport. It was close to Fort Leonard Wood, where the Marine Corps trained, was it the Marine or Army? It was Army. I think it was the Army training. The Marine was Paris Island, and like the Carolinas or something like that. And Fort Leonard Wood was the army like training camp where the soldiers went to get, and so they were always buying the books in the airport. That was one of the attractions of the St. Louis airport. Why Tripurari Swami and Sura and Vaisheshika and so many of the other stalwart Pragosh and the other stalwart book distributors would come there to work the airport. And Dhruva Maharaj and some others. Sura, yeah. Do any of you know Sura? He's in the LA, he's in the BBT in LA. So the disappearance day of Srila Prabhupada is supposed to be a day when we can reflect. And I often feel like, are we accomplishing our mission? Don't we have such, why am I not, sort of pure enough and potent enough to be actually successfully preaching Srila Prabhupada's teachings and his books? It makes me introspective and feel inadequate. But it should inspire us when we're thinking about this, meditating on this, that Srila Prabhupada did give us everything we need. He gave us what, within his time allotted by Krishna, he completely dedicated himself, completely. You could see that he was 24 hours practically, hardly sleeping. He was always enthusiastic to preach. His servants had to try to keep people from coming up to his room because he would always eagerly go on speaking about Krishna constantly and wouldn't get any rest. And he would also, have this important mission to write his books and really to manage our movement. He was trying to always get out of management. He was always saying that. He wanted to leave his disciples to take over management. But most of his disciples were young, in their 20s still, and a lot of them had been hippies without a lot of experience in the business world or the legal, and the, different kind of things that needed to be done, real estate and insurance and all that stuff. And even managing each other, there would sometimes be quarrels and things that he would have to mediate or somehow, alleviate, correct. So he couldn't completely get out of management. He was a dynamo, Vaikuntha man. He was doing things with superhuman strength even in his 80s or late 70s. And so yeah, it was, for me it was devastating. I was still very young and I hadn't, I'd seen Prabhupada give lectures in the temple room and things, but I wasn't in a temple where he stayed often. When I was in St. Louis, we went up to the Detroit temple. He was there, and we went to the Rath Yatras in New York and Chicago. But I never went on a morning walk. I never had a personal dialogue with Srila Prabhupada. When they would make lots and lots of cookies that Prabhupada would pass out to the children, and they would always make so many that he would have a bunch left over and he would give it to the adults. And I feel guilty about it now, but when I went up to get my cookie, I made sure that I touched his hand. But did you spend much time with Srila Prabhupada at all, or?
I did very little. I mean, I actually did go on some morning walks here and there in Vrindavan and in Potomac.
Mm-hmm.
And I joined in New York City, so Prabhupada was there quite a bit. And fortunately, I have a whole collection of photos of Prabhupada in which I'm also present, which is nice to have. And the closest association was when I cooked for Prabhupada one time. I don't know, did you ever hear this story?
No.
Okay.
Always. Swayam tu navatripyama utamishlokavartaye.
Oh.
Svadhu, svadhu. We're always eager to hear this nectar stories.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a nice, this is again back on Radha Damodar, when we had just left Detroit Temple with the bus, and we were headed to New York City for the Rath Yatra. And Prabhupada was going to be there for the Rath Yatra. So we arrived, Prabhupada was there, and Prabhupada was a little sick. He had a cold. But at the same time, he wanted a ride on the bus. And specifically, he wanted to go to Gitanagari. He wanted to see the farm. I don't know if he'd been there before, maybe. I can't. Oh, actually, I think this was the first visit, because I just found the video of the bus ride, and I'm in that video, and of his tour of Gitanagari. So I think it was his first visit. But so he was sick. He wanted this ride to Gitanagari, and there was no cook available because this ride was to take place early in the morning, right after Mangalarti, or during Mangalarti actually, and then the prasadam was supposed to be served on the bus. So when I said earlier that these were Greyhound buses, they were all converted into temple rooms and kitchens. So all the seats were taken out, and then there was a temple room with an altar. Most of the buses had Gaurnitai deities, except for the Radha Damodar bus, which had Radha Damodar, who are now in Gitanagari. And then there was a kitchen, there was a shower, there were cubbies for the brahmacharis to keep their clothing. So it was like a traveling temple.
You had a shower in the bus?
Yeah, there was a shower. Or maybe not.
Yeah, because I was on Radha Damodar's bus for a while.
Maybe there was no shower.
Radha Damodar's bus. Whose bus were you on? Who was the bus leader?
Oh, well, there were a few. Mahamuni was the first, and then Brahma.
Yeah.
Brahma.
Mahamuni was on the Radha Damodar's bus when I was on that bus.
Okay.
And Brahma had a different bus.
Brahma had a different bus at that time, maybe, yeah. So, but I was also on the Radha Damodar bus for a while, but I can't remember who was. I joined in Detroit from New York Temple, and the bus went to Detroit for the Christmas marathon, book distribution marathon. So Radha Damodar were there, but I think right after that, I think it was Mahamuni. Anyway,
was this like 74 or 70?
Yeah, 75.
Five.
This was the Christmas marathon before Vishnu Jan Maharaj disappeared. So 75. And so back to that story. So yes, no cook was available, so they asked me to be the cook. Obviously, I was familiar with how to do it on a moving bus. You know, it's hard enough to cook in a regular kitchen sometimes, so imagine going down a highway 60 miles an hour and you're trying to cook in a kitchen. So that's another story. Is one time there was an accident and a wok of hot ghee spilled all over my leg and ended up in the hospital. Well, not in the hospital, getting bad burns. I still have the scar. What is it called? Scar. Yes, the scar. Anyhow, so I was the cook. Now I'll try to make it a little brief here. So I was told Prabhupada is sick. He doesn't eat anything except fruit. So I packed a whole container full of all different kinds of fruit. They told me some sannyasis were coming, and there were Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Pushta Krishna Maharaj was there, and Tripurari Swami was there, and Bali Mardan, and a few others. I don't remember their names, and Adi Keshava, I think Swami was also there. So I had all this stuff, and then Mangalarti, I was in the kitchen. I didn't have the fortune of being in the temple room during Mangal Arti with Prabhupada, except that I did the Arti in front of Prabhupada, which was very wonderful. Again, on a moving bus, Arti. And then I went back to the kitchen, and then they had their japa, and then the class, all on the moving bus, because it's about a 3-hour ride, I think, from New York to Gitanagari, or 2 hours or 3 hours. So then breakfast time. So I was cut all this wonderful fruits and so many different kinds of fruit, made plates for everyone. They brought them in. And Prabhupada made a very unusual request. This is the point of the story that gets exciting. Prabhupada made a very unusual request. He was sick, remember. So, but he wanted green chili pakoras. Green chili pakoras. I never even heard that anybody ate green chili pakoras. The purpose, though, I understood later, was because he was sick, so he wanted something that would produce heat in his body to fight the cold. So the green chilies. And the ghee also was fried in ghee, because that's all we used those days. We didn't use oil. We never used oil. No kind of oil. Always ghee. So anyhow, I set up my special ghee pot. I didn't use a wok anymore since that accident. I had a special ghee pot that was like a foot tall, and I just filled it like an inch full of ghee inside, heated it up. But all I had was a cauliflower. I didn't have a green chilies, because again, I wasn't prepared for this. They told me Prabhupada would just eat fruit, but I had one head of cauliflower. Now just try to imagine a head of cauliflower. How many pakoras can you make out of a head of cauliflower? Quite a few. You could probably feed, 5, 6, 7 people with a pakora meal with one head of cauliflower. So I proceeded to make the cauliflower pakoras, and they would bring them into Prabhupada, the first batch. Remember, we're driving down the road 60 miles an hour, early in the morning. It's, the sun is just coming up. And they bring the pakoras to Prabhupada, and I get a message, Prabhupada wants more. So I kept cooking another batch of pakoras, and then Prabhupada wants more. And another batch of pakoras, Prabhupada ate the entire head of cauliflower. I mean, it's possible he might have distributed a few to some others, but they were all eating fruit. But he ate the entire head of cauliflower. And I was astounded. I think probably everyone was astounded. But the best part was when I went into the temple room to collect the plates and bring them into the back to wash or whatever, to keep them till later. And Tamal Krishna Maharaj introduced me to Prabhupada. And he said, Prabhupada, this is Sunanda, the cook. And Prabhupada, I didn't know what to say. I said, oh, you like the pakoras? And Prabhupada just didn't say anything. He just sat and smiled, and with his head, like this. So that was
a lot of mercy that he ate the whole.
Yeah, it's very unique, unusual. Must have been good cauliflower pakoras, I guess.
Those buses were very important in our preaching. And they went everywhere, and if you went to the Rath Yatra, Vishnu Janaswami would be announcing that, would any young man like to just get some experience of traveling with a group of monks, come and join us on our bus and travel around the country with us, learn to play Indian musical instruments, and and they would do festivals. They would go to colleges and they would do, festivals, chanting and things, and people would come up and they would talk to the students. And Vishnu Janaswami was just such a powerful preacher, and a wonderful person. Everybody loved him, and he was good at everything. and humble. But when I joined the bus, that was the year he didn't come back. So everyone was saying that Tamal Krishna and Vishnu Janaswami would be back soon. And neither one of them, that was 76 at Gaur Purnima time. And Prabhupada sent Tamal Krishna Maharaj to China to start the movement in China. And so Jayananda was on that bus and Mahamuni was in charge.
Yeah, I was on the bus with Jayananda also, so
Yeah.
maybe we were on the bus together.
But I was in 76. It could be. When I was in 76, so Bhuta Bhavana was cooking, Mukunda was driving, Nilambar was also doing some cooking.
I remember I was with Jayananda also.
Yeah.
And anyway.
So were special days. But these, transcendental pastimes of Lord Chaitanya are still going on. And the devotees here are doing such a wonderful job of book distribution and Harinam festivals as well. And this is our duty, our occupation, the way we can be close to Srila Prabhupada and please Srila Prabhupada. Huh?
Very fortunate.
Very fortunate. So, we'll have Pushpanjali at did you say 7:15 or 7? 7:15 or 7:20. I would like to ask that, Bali Mardan Prabhu, Shraddha, anyone who has something that you were preparing to say on this occasion, this solemn occasion.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to give my humble obeisances to Prabhupada disciples, Sunanda Prabhu and Akurnath Prabhu, taking your permission into lotus feet because you have served Prabhupada personally, direct disciples of Prabhupada, and we have been guided by many Prabhupada disciples in our society, which is very fortunate and very auspicious condition for all of us. So I'd like to give my deepest gratitude to all the disciples of Prabhupada, especially Vaisesika Prabhu Nirkula Mataji, who is present here, Jagrini Mataji, yourself, and many other Vaishnavas. I got personal guidance, personal association. So one thing which struck my mind, I was reading about the pictures of Mahatma Gandhis in the Bhagavad Gita, and I was contemplating about, because many of the devotees or those who are in ISKCON member just quote that Prabhupada, how he challenged, like Mahatma Gandhi is not Mahatma, or there is a science of self-realization. He's saying Prabhupada that Gandhiism is like dogism. There are one or two very heavy critic points there. So I was wondering, in spite of that, what makes us to give Mahatma Gandhi's picture on the back of Bhagavad Gita? There is a chapter in Prabhupada Lilamrut called The Unknown. So profound. Prabhupada has actually criticized or given the comment.
What's the chapter called?
The Unknown.
The Unknown.
Yes,
Okay.
The Unknown. Only one or two criticism he has given about Mahatma Gandhi, which is true, but he has glorified 10 points. I was so deeply touched that how Prabhupada has seen every aspects of life of every human being. So I'm just giving some few insight of that, which is the quote generally Prabhupada makes. He said, Mahatma Gandhi, either he is a politician amongst the saints or a saint amongst the politicians. Which he has really given. And he is, the second point he mentioned, that Mahatma Gandhi also, he never missed prayer during his busiest time in his life. He never missed a single evening. Even in his association, he attended the prayer. So we should get some inspiration from Gandhi. Then also he said the third point about Gandhi, because he has written a letter. And in the letter, he has mentioned one sloka from Bhagavad Gita, Tadvidhi pranipadena pariprashnana sevaya upadekshintite gyaninam taddarshina. And he mentioned that the reason he is giving and reaching out to Mahatma Gandhi for twofold. One is he was also followed of Mahatma Gandhi. I have some emotional linkage. And second thing is that Mahatma Gandhi is the only person in India at the time, he can influence people to adopt, to take Bhagavad Gita. Because he was referring it back when, before the Mahatma Gandhi's time, the guy who was writing from Vrindavan, his name is Madan Mohan Pratap, he is starting this called Religion of Love, and he was inspiring Prabhupada to read his book and then come and join his hands, because he thought that Prabhupada's, all his blogs, all his writings are based on Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada also mentioned that I like your ideas of humanitarian everything, but it is all pantheism. We are on monotheism, which is inspiring and getting the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. And same thing Prabhupada was giving. And the last point he mentioned, there are many, I don't want to take all the time, but the one point also he said, Gandhi also got trained, because in 1942, in the Quit India movement, before, when he wanted to introduce Raghupati Raghav Rajaram and other things, he got it, this mantra from Vrindavan. When he visited,
Hare Krishna mantra? Or?
Hare Krishna, not the special, there is a bhajan, some of the Krishna bhajan and Ram bhajan. So he was deeply sorrowed and kind of disturbed. So he got from Vrindavan one Babaji about the deeply surrendered to God. That's the only, because you are not the controller, neither you can, things change it. Only thing it can be changed by the ultimate Lord. And from that onward, he wants to make a system from every Hindus and every Indians to follow the bhajan principles. No matter whether there is a conflict, there is a religious fight. So there are various things which Prabhupada actually indirectly glorified really Gandhi's a lot in terms of...
It's really a remarkable letter, that letter that is in the Lilamrita that they found. Prabhupada kept copies of his letters, you know, he was very organized like that. Yes. And he had written, but he was telling Mahatma Gandhi, even though Mahatma Gandhi was a very famous person worldwide, Srila Prabhupada was telling him that, I understand that you've never taken a spiritual master. I would be happy to instruct you about Bhagavad Gita. Actually, he was thinking that if he could make a disciple of Gandhi, then he could spread Krishna consciousness very far. It's, you know, most of you probably have read, or at least some of Gandhi's autobiography. It was coming out in a newspaper in series, Story of My Experiments with Truth. And the theme was that he had, you know, gone to see the rest of the world. So, similar to something I was saying about Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that he had studied all the philosophies and all the religions. And, you know, he wasn't, his family were not a Vaishnava family. They worshipped Durga, as many people do in Bengal. But he had studied everything, and then he understood Lord Chaitanya. So Gandhi's approach was also that he was experimenting. He had gone to to England to study and so forth, but he just kept coming back to realizing that everything that he had learned in India was actually superior, vegetarianism and so forth. But Srila Prabhupada was saying this isn't the way that we receive spiritual knowledge about Krishna. We don't receive it through experimentation. It's not an ascending process. It's not a, that's people in Kali Yuga, or nowadays it's fashionable that we don't just accept somebody as an authority and accept what they say, but we have to see it with our own senses, because there are counterfeit authorities. Srila Prabhupada said that if there's counterfeit money, that means there must be real money somewhere. And so it's a common thing that people say, nobody's perfect, or nobody knows everything, or there's this sense that everybody, since I'm in the dark, everybody's in the dark, right? But that's not the truth. Our senses are very limited way. Not that we should abandon trying to learn about the world with our senses and our reasoning and so forth, but we can't really learn about what the most essential knowledge that way. And the spiritual masters, the actual bona fide spiritual masters who have realization of this message that's handed down through parampara, the same message of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, they can give perfect knowledge to those who are receptive and come with a service attitude and receptive heart and learn how to surrender. We have to learn how to surrender to the spiritual master. That teaches us how also to surrender to Krishna, and it enlightens us. He opens our darkened eyes with transcendental knowledge. He is our Lord, birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates, by him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. So this Gandhi had not yet accepted a spiritual master. He hadn't really accepted the parampara system, although clearly in Bhagavad Gita that system is recommended. Evang parampara praptam imang raja shrayo vidu. So Prabhupada was actually offering that if you want to actually really understand Bhagavad Gita better, I'm a serious student. I don't know if Prabhupada was yet a sannyasi, but he was offering, come let's talk about Bhagavad Gita. Although I don't know any history that Gandhi was able to take him up on it. And I don't know the date of the letter. I think he soon after he was assassinated.
Yeah, it was kind of a Gandhi's, just after independence, his Prabhupada moved to Kanpur. And he started this pharmaceutical, but he had approached Iyer, Gandhi's personal secretary at that time. And he has connection, and they could not accept it because he doesn't know whether he received it or not. Probably yes, because he has given, but he has not accepted. By the time when Prabhupada also sent letter to West Bengal chief minister and all to accept the Bhagavad Gita, they said, it may be we are secularism because Hindu-Muslim brides, so you cannot just talk about Bhagavad Gita to adopt. So he has approached pretty much all big shots in India to make sure that they accept. Even after that, Indira Gandhi also.
There's a famous picture with when Prabhupada got his Bhagavatam published, and he's standing with Shastri. And so Prabhupada thought big. He wanted us to, on the one hand, we have to approach everyone. Lord Nityananda was beggar for people to just chant Hare Krishna and the common people and everything. And at the same time, we shouldn't be intimidated. Oh, this person is a big minister, a big famous, literary lion or something like that. They're all just struggling with birth and death and old age and the same kind of problems that is, the bhava rog, that the disease we're all suffering from. And by the grace of our spiritual master, we have the cure. So we have to take the cure ourselves and we have to distribute it freely. Yeah. So now it's time for the Pushpanjali. So please put the seats away and we'll stand in front of Srila Prabhupada. Make sure to leave a line of sight.
Hare Krishna.
That don't stand in front of the deities, so let Srila Prabhupada be able to see the deities.
So just quick announcement, after the Pushpanjali, so Akurnath Prabhu is going to recite the mantra. So please keep this flower and it will be offered 3 times. So 7:30, just after that, 7:30 there will be 2 aarti, one will be inside for Radha Madan Mohan at the same time with Prabhupada. And we'll singing Sansara Davanala. Then after that, 7:55, we'll have the Narsinga prayer. And 8 o'clock sharp, we will be also chanting the Damodarastakam. And 8:20, we'll have the Gopi Gita. So please do not do the ghee lamp offering during the Prabhupada Aarti. So ghee lamp offering will be started at 8 p.m. Yeah. Okay, so the people who are leading Damodarastakam by Bisapati Nityan Prabhu and Gopi Gita by Akhanda Nam Prabhu. Akhanda Nam. And Sansara Davanala by you. Sorry. Aarti led by Srivas Pandit Prabhu. Okay.
So please everybody get some flowers. Make sure you don't throw the... Please make sure you leave a space for Srila Prabhupada to see the deities, and everybody take some flowers. We're going to chant the Mangalarcharanam, and then I guess I'll chant and you repeat, and then don't throw all your flowers at once because you have to have enough for 3 times. Om Jnana Timirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militang Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitang Yena Bhutale Swayang Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Svapadantikam Bandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupang Sagrajatang Sahagana Raghunathan Vitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutang Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitangscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati iti Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabdhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudha Apasiddhanta Dvantaharine Namo Gaurakishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambhara Sambhode Padambujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gauravir Bhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Saj Janapriyaha Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathaya Te Namaha. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha. Kripa sindhubhya eva cha. Patitanang pavanebhyo. Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya. Krishna Prema Pradayate. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya. Namne Gaura Tvishe Namaha. Panchatattvatmakang Krishnam. Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam. Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam. Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho. Dinabandho Jagatpate. Gopesha Gopika Kanta. Radha Kanta Namostute. Jayatang Surato Pangol. Mama Manda Matergati. Matsarvasva Padam Bhojao. Radha Madana Mohano. Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpa Drumadha. Srimad Ratnagara Singhasanastav. Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devao. Prasthali bhik sevyamanao smrami. Shriman Rasarasarampi. Vangshi Vatatatastitaha. Karshan Venusvanayar Gopir. Gopinathak Shriyestunaha. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. Vrishabhanu Sute Devi. Pranamami Hari Priye. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhara. Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Pushpanjali. Jai. Nama Om Vishnupadaya. Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale. Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin. Iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve. Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. Paschatya Deshatarine. Pushpanjali. Jai. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya. Krishna Presthaya Bhutale. Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve. Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. Paschatya Deshatarine. Pushpanjali. Jai. 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 Sorry.
It's approved?
Yes.
Samsara dava naralidha loka tranaya karunaganaganacham praptasya kalyana gunarnavasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nritya Gita Vaditra Madhyan Manasora Sena Manchakampa Shurutaranga Bhajo Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Sri Vigraharadhana Nityanana Sringaratanman Nado Lutasya Bhaktan Shanijunjatopi Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Adana Triptan That's right. Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Sri Radhika Madhava Pratikshana swadhanalolbhasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Nikunjayuna rati keli siddhyai Yaya libhir yukti rapekshaniya Tatrati daksha dati valabhasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Sakshad haditveina samasta shastraye Uktastata bhavyata eva sadabhi Kintu prabhurya priyayeva tasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Yasya prasadan bhagavat prasado Yasya prasadan nagati kutopi Jayam stuvam stasya yashastri sandhyam Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Samsara Dhavana Lalidha Loka Tranaya Karunaganatam Hribo Pratasya Kayana Gunanavasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam 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 Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jagadguru, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jagadguru, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Continue. Nam. Oh, okay. 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 Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivrajikacharya Ashtottara Sata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivrajikacharya Ashtottara Sata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivrajikacharya Ashtottara Sata Sri Srimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Guru Parampara Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Radha Madan Mohan Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai. ISV Yatra Ki Jai. Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna.
After that.
Okay. Oh, no. Because only Prabhu will sing. Okay, you can sing them.
This harmonium is kind of weird.
Hare Krishna. On my left, everybody make a line so you can offer lamp. Namami Sharam Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalang Gokule Bhajamanam. Yashoda bhiyo lukho ladhavamanam paramishtamattanto to drutta gopya. Rudanto muhurnetram jugmang mrijantam कराम्भुजो युग्मेनो शातङ्को नेत्रम् मुहुशशोकम्पत्रिरेखाङ्ककण्ठ स्थितो ग्रैवो दामोदरं भक्तिवर्धम् इति दीक्षालीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे सघोषं निमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम् तदीयशीतोगेषु भक्तर्जितध्वम् पुनः प्रेमातस्तं शतावृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवो मोक्षं न मोक्षं वदिङ्भा न च नम्रीनेऽहं वरे सदपीहम् इदं ते गोपुरनाथ गोपाल बालं सदा मे मनसा विरास्तं किमनै इदं ते मुखं भजम् अत्यन्तनीलै वृत्तं कुन्तलै स्निग्धो रक्तस्य गोपा इदं ते मुखं भोजम् अत्यन्तनीलै वृत्तं कुन्तलै स्निग्धो रक्तस्य गोपा मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बो रक्ताधरं मे मनोशविराष्टम् आलं लक्षलाभै मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बो रक्ताधरं मे मनोशविराष्टम् आलं लक्षलाभै नमो देवो दामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जालाभिमग्नम् Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabhu Dukkha Jala Bhimagnam Kripa Dishti Vistati Dinam Batanu Grihane Somam Agame Drakshidusha Kripa Dishti Vistati Dinam Batanu Grihane Somam Agame Drakshidusha Kuberata Jaubadau Mutaiva Yada Kaya Mochito Bhakti Bhajo Kritaicha Tata Prema Bhaktim Shakang Me Prayacha Namokshre Goho Mesti Damodare Ho Namaste tu dhamne spurdipti dhamne Tadiyo darayato vishasho dhamne Namo Radhika Vai Tadiyo Priya Vai Namo Nanto Lilayo Devayo Tubham Namo Radhika Vai Tadiyo Priya Vai Namo Nanta Lilayo Devayo Tubham Namo Radhika Vai Tadiyo Priya Vai Namo Nanta Lilayo Devayo Tubham Namo Radhika Vai Tadiyo Priya Vai Namo Nanta Lilayo Devayo Tubham Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare জয় রাধা দামোদর রাধা দামোদর রাধে জয় রাধা দামোদর রাধা দামোদর রাধে জয় রাধা মদন মোহন রাধা মদন মোহন রাধে জয় রাধা মাধব রাধা মাধব রাধে জয় রাধা গোকুলানন্দ রাধা গোকুলানন্দ রাধে হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে হরি বল। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय राधा मदन मोहन की जय राधा दामोदर की गौरांग महाप्रभु की लक्ष्मी नृसिंहदेव भगवान की नमस्ते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रहलाद लाद दायिने हिरण्यकाशीपुरवक्षः शीलटङ्कानखालये इतो निसिंहो परतो निसिंहो यतो यतो यामि ततो निसिंहो बहिर्निसिंहो हृदये निसिंहो नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे तब कर कमल भरे नाखा अद्भुत श्रृंगा दलितो हिरण्यकशिपु तनु भृंगा केशवधृतो नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तब कर कमल भरे नाखा अद्भुत श्रृंगा दलित हिरण्यकशिपु तनु भृंगा केशवधृत नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशव धृत नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय नृसिंहदेव 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 जय नृसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय नृसिंहदेव भगवान की विघ्न विनाशक नृसिंहदेव भगवान की प्रहलाद महाराज की गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे कृष्णा
We can all sing this together. Jayati dikham janmana vraja shayati indra sashvadatrahi daita dishatam dikshutavakas tvai dhritashavas tvam vichinvate Sharad Uddasaye Sadhu Jatasad Sarasi Jodara Shrimu Sadrisham Surata Nathate Shulka Dashika Varada Nignato Nehakim Vada Visha Jalapyar Vyala Rakshasad Varsha Marutad Vaidyutanalad Vishyamayat Majad Vishvatobhayat Rishabte Vayam Rakshita Muhu Nakhalu Gopika Nandano Bhava Nakhila Dehinam Antaratmadrig Vikhanasarthito Vishwaguptaye Sakhaudeyan Satvatam Kule Virachita Bhayam Vishnidhuryate Charanam Isham Samshratir Bhaya Karasharuruham Kanta Kamadam Shirashitehina Shikaragraham Raja Janartihan Virayoshitam Vijajanasmaya Dvamshanasmitam Bhaja Sakhe Bhavad Kinkarismano Jalaruhananam Charudarshayam Pranata Dehinam Papa Karshanam Trina Charanugam Sriniketanam Vani Vanarpitam Te Padam Bhujam Trina Kucheshuna कृन्ति हृच्छायां मधुरया गिरा बाल्गुवाक्याया बुधमनोजया पुष्करेक्षणा वेदिकरेरेमा विराम्भूयते अधरसिन्धुना प्यायास्यस्वना नवकथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरर्जितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गणाति ये भूर्यदीर्जना प्रहासितं प्रिया प्रेमावीक्षणं विहारणं च ते ध्यानमङ्गलं राहसि संविदोय यद् स्पृशा कुहकनामनो शोभयन्ति चलसि यद्व्रजाज चरयन् पशून् नलिनसुन्दरं नाथ देपदं शीलतनाकुरये सिद्धतिना कालिलतां मना कान्थ गच्छति दीनपरीक्षये नीलकुन्तले वनरहुनामनां बिभ्राद्वितां घानरजस्वलां दर्शयन् मुहुर्मनसि न स्मरां वेरयच्छसि प्रणतकामदां पद्मजार्चितं धरणिमण्डनं ध्येयमपदि चरणपङ्कजं शान्तमां च ते रामननाश्लेष अर्पयादिहं सुरतवर्धनं शोकनाशनं स्वरितवेणुना सुस्तुचुम्बितम् इतररागविस्मरणं ऋणं वितरवेदनास्तिधरामृतम् अततियाद्भवान् आनिकाननं त्रुटियुगायते त्वम् अपश्यतं कुटिलकुन्तलं श्रीमुखं च ते जदौदीक्षतं पक्ष्मकृदृशं पतिसुतन्वया भ्रातृबान्धवान् अतिविलङ्घयेते न्यायच्युतं गता गतिविदस्तवो गीतमोहिता कितवयोषिता कास्तजिन्निषि रहसि संविदं हृच्छयोदयं प्रहासिताननं प्रेमवीक्षणं बृहदुराश्रियो वीक्ष्यतामते मुहुरातिस्पृहा मूयते मनं व्रजवनक्षणं व्यक्तिरङ्गते वृजिनहन्त्र्यलां विश्वमङ्गलं त्याजमनक्षणास्त्वत्स्पृहामृतं स्वागनहृदजां यान्निषूदनं ते सुजाता शरमम्बुरं स्तनेषु भित्तासनय प्रिया दधिमहि कर्कशेषु तेनातवें मतसिताद्व्यततेनहं चेत् कुर्पादिभे भ्रमति देवस्वभावं चम्ना। श्रील प्रभुपाद की Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
प्रभु जी बंद कर देना अभी 2 मिनट बस. हरि बोल. जय जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन भगवान की जय. Sorry to interrupt the kirtan, but due to these weekdays and the festival, we are closing early 15 minutes. And Jai Shri Radha Madan Mohan Bhagavan ki, Sriman Mahaprabhu ki. Can somebody turn on the light, please? You will announce? Okay. Yeah, just I give one thing about, then you will announce about. So that's why we are, because of the our neighbors' complaint, so we wanted to request everybody, those who have kids, please keep the kids inside and get your plate. You will be also getting first priority. And please do not leave your kids outside because they are sweetly complaining. It may turn big also. So we would like to cooperate with this thing and come inside, and we need to also close our temple by 9:15 maximum. So that's why we closed the temple by 15 minutes earlier. So we pressed little bit, compressed all the programs. And thanks all for cooperating. So Priya Kesari is going to give all the details cooked, and please come.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We welcome you all to this beautiful celebration in the month of Kartik of the disappearance of Srila Prabhupada. And we had a very beautiful program today evening that was led by His Grace Akkuranath Prabhu, who gave a very wonderful class. So we'd like to thank him. And Sunanda Prabhu. The Samsara Dava prayers were led by Sunanda Prabhu as well. We'd also like to thank Bishwapati Prabhu for leading the Damodar Arati tonight and the Nrsingadev prayers. And Akhandanam Prabhu for the Gopi Gita prayers. It takes a lot of effort to put such a festival together, especially on a weekday. So we'd like to thank the devotees who beautifully decorated this asana of Srila Prabhupada, who dressed the deities, and who cooked this beautiful feast. And the cooks for today are...
Hare Krishna. Today's prasadam was cooked by Ananda Mataji, Apara Gaurangi Mataji, Anuradha Mataji, Bhaktavatsa Prabhu, Hema Mataji, and Krupali Mataji.
After the feast today, it would be nice if all of us can pitch in a little bit so we can help with this cleaning effort. And as Balimadan Prabhu mentioned earlier, we can all take prasadam inside the temple room to keep the noise levels outside very low so that we don't disturb our neighbors. It is a strict order from Balimadan Prabhu. Yes. Are there any newcomers who are coming to ISV for the first time? Well, that's nice to have a recurring family coming back here to ISV. Thank you very much for coming. We will have regular programs this Saturday and Sunday. And this Sunday, throughout Kartik, every day there will be prayers of Gopi Gita and Damodar Ashtakam that will be sung. So you can come and offer lambs to their lordships every evening. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Oh. No. He's here. This Abhay? This Abhay, right? Okay. Abhay, come. Yes. Today is a very, very special day. Because it's the birthday of Abai, who has grown up to be such a nice boy following in the footsteps of his brother. I remember when you were still in your mommy's womb, and you've grown up to be so, so tall now. So do you have something to say for all of us?
Thank you, and Hare Krishna, please forgive all the mistakes I've done.
What is your favorite part of being in ISV? What are you most grateful for?
Everything.
What if you were to pick one?
The Arti.
So he likes the Arti very much. So we'll sing for him. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. After prasadam prayers, prasadam will be served outside in the parking lot. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Sharira vidya jal jodendriya chahe kal jive phele vishaya sagoire tar madhye jivayati lobhamoy sudurmati take jita kaithina samsare Krishna bado doyamoy kori bare jiva jai swaprasadana dilo bhai se anamrita pao Shri Shri Radha Krishna gunangao preme daka Shri Chaitanya Nitai preme daka Shri Chaitanya Nitai Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave Svalpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishvaso Naiva Jayate Prasade Sarva Dukhanam Hanirasya Pajayate Prasanna Chita Soyashu Buddhi Paryavatishtate Tvayopa Bhukta Shaganda Vasolankara Chachitaha Uchishta Bhojina Dasa Stavamayam Jayemahi Shri Mahabhagavat Prasad ki Nitai Gaur Premanande Nitai Gaur Hariva 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 Nitai Gaur Hariva Please come take prasadam. Haribol.